He who fails to plan, plans to fail. Failure is rarely an accident, and freedom is rarely an accident either. Both of them are planned. Both of them are chosen, quietly in advance, by the small decisions we make long before the outcome arrives. And if that's true, and I believe with all my heart that it is, then here is the wonderful, liberating flip side. If failure can be planned, then so can freedom. So let me say something to you today that I want you to truly hear. Financial freedom is possible. For you. Not for someone who earns more, not someday in a distant future you can't quite picture, but for you, and the journey can begin today. I know it may not feel that way right now. Maybe money has felt like a weight you drag behind you. Maybe it's felt like a tide that comes in and goes straight back out, and you never seem to catch it. Maybe you've believed somewhere deep down that people like you just don't get to be free with money. I'm here to tell you that is not true. Because freedom doesn't start with a windfall. It doesn't start with winning or inheriting or finally earning some magic salary. Freedom starts with something far humbler, far quieter, and far more within your reach than you've ever been told. It starts with a plan. Now, I know, the word budget doesn't exactly set the heart racing, does it? For a lot of people, it sounds like restriction, like a diet for your money, like being told no. But I want to turn that completely on its head. A budget is not a cage. A budget is a key. A budget is simply you deciding in advance where your money will go, instead of wondering afterwards where it went. It's the difference between driving the car and being a passenger, eyes closed, hoping you end up somewhere good. Your money is going to go somewhere, my friend. That was never in question. The only question is whether it goes where you sent it, or whether it simply wanders off and disappears. When you plan it, you command it. And the day you start commanding your money instead of fearing it, something shifts. You stand a little taller, you sleep a little easier, you stop being the victim of your finances, and you start being the author of them. And here's the part that lifts my spirit most of all. You don't have to do it all at once. Freedom isn't built in a single heroic leap. It's built the way every great thing is built, one small, faithful step at a time. A little saved, a little planned, a little debt pushed back, a little control reclaimed. Day after day, week after week, and those small steps compound. They gather, they grow, until one morning you look up and realize the weight you've carried for years is lighter, and then lighter still, and then one day, gone. That is not a fantasy. That is arithmetic. That is what happens when a person decides to plan. So picture it with me, just for a moment. Picture opening your accounts without that flinch of dread. Picture an unexpected bill arriving and meeting it with a shrug instead of a panic. Picture giving generously, freely, joyfully, because you can. Picture money sitting quietly in its proper place, a good and useful servant, and never again the master of your peace. That life is not reserved for someone else. It has your name on it, and the door to it is not locked. It simply has a handle most people never bother to turn. That handle is a plan. So today, make the decision. Not to be perfect, not to fix everything all at once, just to begin. To stop drifting and start steering. To pick up the pen and become the author of your own financial story with the help of God. Because he who fails to plan, plans to fail, yes, but he who dares to plan, plans to be free. And freedom, my friend, is waiting for you, one faithful step at a time. So let's take the first step now.